Today we're coming from campus. We are here at the North Agronomy Farm, and we wanted to discuss a little bit about late planted crops. In the last couple of weeks, last month, we have conditions of rains, lack of problems for entering to the fields, and we are seeing that in many situations, getting into the fields is a big challenge. As you see in many situations in these fields, we have some of the crops that we got planted a couple of weeks ago, but most of the crop is still in a very early stages. If you think about corn, we are getting kind of into the late part of the planting window. We need to start thinking about maturity, the length of the crops. Most of the research that we have conducted in the past, it shows that we can still maintain in many situations our full maturity crop, but we need to start thinking about other management conditions like increasing maybe seeding rates, trying to maximize and make sure that those plants are closing the canopy. So now let's go to one of the last crops. I think that is the one that most of the people are thinking on planting when we are thinking about late. It's about soybeans. So if you think about soybeans, a few things to consider is, if I'm planting late, should I change my maturity? We don't need to really change much on the maturity. We need to try to keep the same maturity to maintain the vegetative growth. If we think about seeding rates, that's another question. In seeding rates, we need to think about increasing seeding rates. And we say that if we are planting late, we might need to increase seeding rates by 10–15%. In many situations, when we short the season, these plants will have less chances to produce branches. And we want to make sure that we put more plants so they can close the canopy, intercept more light, and yield more. A couple of other factors that we need to consider besides seeding rate is row spacing. In many situations, we are seeing that as we go late, narrow rows are really a good factor. We are looking at 15-inch versus 30-inch row spacing. 15-inch tends to be a good factor for many farmers. Again, same concept, closing the canopy, intercepting more light. That's the main goal in many situations.